Hello everybody. Back to show some records that I've been accumulating over the last 3 months. I haven't really been all that lucky at Goodwill lately, but I do have a little stack that I've just been, I'll go and I'll find like 1 or 2 records, every couple weeks. So I managed to stack a couple of them up over the last few months, but I also want to talk about another record that I bought, and as some of you might know, money's been real tight for me lately. A lot of stuff going on. And on top of that, my wife Sandra is pregnant again. I don't think I mentioned that. Maybe I did. I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe. Who knows? Yay for me! Good to know I can do it again. The first one wasn't a fluke. but enough about that. On to the music. This record I bought, yes, as many of you know, money's a little tight, so I haven't been buying records. So when I do invest in a record, there's a reason. And this is what we're hearing in the background. And it is some drop-dead killer shit. They have a Bandcamp page. I'll put a link down for you guys, but you can't get it from Bandcamp. I'll put a link if you want to purchase the album, but for those of you who live in the States, it comes out of Greece, so it's a little pricey, but I'll put a link down for you guys anyways in case you're interested. And the band I'm talking about is Kikagaku Moyo. This is an awesome record. Japanese band. They sound like they're straight out of like the 70s. Like they're one of those 70s Japanese underground psychedelic bands. Really just killer music that is, it's honest music. It's not like they got together and said, hey, we want to do this album that sounds like this. No, you could tell this is just what they play. Amazing. The first track, which just ended, has sort of this acoustic, sort of 60s hippie vibe to it. Some really nice flute. Then it goes into the second track, starting up now, which is probably the hardest track on the album. And then that moves into Smoke Tree, which closes out the first side, which is my favorite song on the album. It's all instrumental and just drop dead killer song. Talk about psychedelic. There's some really nice what's the word I'm looking for? Sitar playing going throughout the whole album, but the sitar just shines on that tree smoke. Beautiful song. Then you flip the side over, you flip over to the second side, and that opens with Lazy Stoned Monk, which is a gorgeous song. Very minimal. The water dripping. That's like the main instrument. It's like water dripping. And then just a little bit of bass and guitar, like in the background, no percussion. Absolutely beautiful. And the album closes out with a track called Dawn, which just awesome way to close. Awesome way to close an amazing record. Totally psychedelic, like I said. Guitars, drum, bass, a little bit of flute. Amazing sitar playing. Really dug the sitar playing. And some theremin. Just you could hear. There's the first track, Can You Imagine Nothing, has a woman singing, and they sing in Japanese, so it's a Japanese band, but it's more like a spoken kind of spoken word thing. I am just in love with this album. Totally in love with it. So give it a try. Check it out. You can hear what's going on. You can hear what's going on. So on to some Goodwill finds. It's been a while. Goodwill has apparently dried up by me lately, so I've just been totally out of luck, but have managed to score a couple things. Let's go through these real quick. Finger Paintings by Earl Klugh. Every now and then I'm in the mood for him. This is a later blue note with the all blue. I call it the ugly note. The all blue ugly note. From 77, I think. Yeah, 77. It's got a couple tracks which are kind of good. The opening track I really enjoy. Dr. Macumba has sort of a Caribbean feel to it. This album I already have. The cover is beat as shit, but the vinyl is like mint as fuck. The Wonderful School Days by Stanley Clarke, one of my favorite bassists. Like I said, the cover is dead, but the vinyl is gorgeous, so I'll just take the beautiful cover I have and switch out the vinyl. Bill Conti, Wonderful Rocky soundtrack. James Brown, Dead on Funk, 74 to 76, sort of just like a comp. Love It to Death, Alice Cooper. My wife was very excited. I pulled that one out. Joe Jackson's Look Sharp. I'm sort of like a closet Joe Jackson fan. Every now and then I'll just like go through a phase where it's like, yeah, that's all I want to hear. Van Halen's first record, believe it or not, I didn't have it, so. Found two Sammy Hagars that I was damn convinced my wife would like, but she was like, so. Whatever, Street Machine. And I don't even know what the hell this one is. Apparently just Sammy Hagar. I found this one for the boy, Dr. Seuss. Horton Hatches the Egg and the Snitches and Other Stories. It's actually really kind of cool. Little sort of booklet. I really enjoyed it myself, so you know. And when the little boy's happy, daddy's happy. This is an album I've been wanting for a really long time. I have a copy of it already. I ended up getting a free copy of it in the collection that I got from my dad's friend. A couple years ago when I first started doing YouTube. First started in the vinyl community. And I remember Dan in Canada. Remember Dan in Canada? I remember Dan in Canada was talking about this record. He got a reissue of it. And he was just raving about it. So I remember when I first got it, I was like, okay, cool. And the vinyl was so dead, but I remember just enjoying it so much, I kept it. And I found this record 4 or 5 times in Goodwill or thrift stores, but each time it was just destroyed. So when I pulled this one out, I was like, please be good. And I was like, yes, finally, a decent copy. And I'm talking about the wonderful Laura Nyro, however you want to pronounce her name. Oh, Eli and the 13th Confession. Oh, beautiful, beautiful album. And surprisingly enough, no ringwear. This album is notorious for ringwear. Singer-songwriter, if you don't know Laura Nyro, but I mean, real soulful music. As well as performing her own music, she passed away unfortunately. She was a big songwriter. She used to write songs for a bunch of different people. I can't even remember any of them, but I mean, just wonderfully talented, beautiful woman, and an awesome, awesome album. You ever see this, pick it up. Will not be disappointed. I got so giddy when I saw this album. This is one of my favorite movies, so when I pulled this one out, I got really excited, but for no real reason at all. And Sidney Poitier's To Sir With Love, the soundtrack. Very, very cool 60s soundtrack. That's exactly what it sounds like. But beautiful, beautiful movie. Awesome movie. If you've never seen this movie, got to look it up. Very excited when I found that one. Album I already got, but I picked it up at a thrift store for $1. Of course, everybody knows Sgt. Pepper. And it actually still has a cutout in it. So I was very excited finding the insert in there. Just nice clean copy. I mean, you know, you see Sgt. Pepper for $1, you pick it up. So Ted Nugent and the Amboy Dukes. What the hell? Call of the Wild. Johnny Winter and Live. Nice double record. Water damaged, but the vinyl is beautiful. Cream Live Volume 2. Can never go wrong with some Cream. And last one we got to show Spooky Tooth. Love that name. Spooky Tooth. You broke my heart, so I busted your jaw. Cool album. Cool album. Not their best material for sure, but you know, can't go wrong. Straight up rock band. Spooky Tooth is always good. So those are my finds. That's what I've got to share. We'll end this on a good note. Tree smoke. Tree smoke. I am so in love with this album. I'm sorry. I did order some a couple more albums, all from the same artist. Won't give anything away, but I'll be making another video pretty soon. But better hope I get lucky at Goodwill or something, because I'm kind of out of things to share with you guys, and it doesn't look like I'll be buying a lot anytime recently. But like my shirt, just like my Robin Boston shirt, trying to look all cool. Oh, I'm going to bed. Good night, everybody. Thank you for tuning in with me. Hope you enjoyed. Keep looking for your Goodwill, because you get lucky every now and then. Till next time.